let's look at all of the rebrands that I would make to the NHL for 2027, from 2027 and beyond. As the explosive one presents NHL Rebrands. The one predictions. Like I said, this is a prediction video, and as I do with my prediction videos, I will warn you that this is just a prediction. This is what my opinion on what I think should happen. And I did one for Hometown Remix based off of what I expect for every NHL team. You could go watch that in the video tab. So, right now, I want to say right after that these are my predictions. Yours may differ, and if they do, I would love to hear about them in the comments. So, without any further ado, in this video, I will go alphabetical order from Chicago to Winnipeg. So, let's get started, shall we? First up, the Chicago Blackhawks. I think the Blackhawks really do need a new symbol, and new striping on their home and away kits. Actually, yeah, new striping plus a new logo. I do not like the logo here. The logo represents to me a Native American with a war bonnet with feathers sticking out. That's what it reminds me of. And I don't really like this. I'm not a fan of those type of sports teams. I mean, yeah, just all professional sports in North America should try and avoid that. And every team except the Chicago Blackhawks have done this. But I don't think you need to change the name. I actually think you need to change the logo to be of a mad bird with feathers sticking out. And I mean like, you know, tail feathers sticking out of its head or something. And quite literally name them the Black Hawks instead of the Native American name. And I would also get rid of the tomahawk shoulder patch in favor of like a bird holding a black hawk holding a hockey stick or something like that. I think this would be very, very, very good as a brand, and I also think that you could have more striping with the feathers too. Like there's a red feather, there's also a yellow feather, there's an orange feather, and a green feather. So why not make those the striping pattern with red on the bottom, red on top, green on the bottom, yellow and orange in the middle, right? Easy. You can have a red version for home games, then create a white version, then there you go. Let's move on to the Dallas Stars. Now, I know the Stars are rumored to leave Dallas. I don't know if that is true or not, but if it is true, this wouldn't really be very appropriate. I like the Stars 1990 look. I also like the look of their alternate jersey, although I wish it was black. I mean green rather than black. Right? But Hometown Remix is reportedly getting a white version of that. That's what the rumors are right now. And if that's true, I would love to see this be a rebrand for Dallas. And also, since the Blues and Bruins have already done this, and also the Ducks and Kings, why not the Stars, right? I love their 1990s look. Their 2013 look, I mean their current look, just doesn't really do it for me. I mean, I get it, like I get the picture, but it's just too bland of a logo for me. Or you could do something completely fresh, completely new. I was thinking maybe the word Dallas spelled out and the two letters of the A could be stars or something like that. I think that would be very, very unique and would also tie into the club's 1990s look, but while also applying current colors as well. You know, it's a new design, but I think it would really work well for the Stars. Let's move on to the Florida Panthers. And this is kind of a slight logo change. The Panther inside the shield, yeah, I like the shield, but it doesn't really look that menacing. The Panther inside the shield. So I would just make it, the Panther, a little bit more menacing, and I would obviously change the shield to have more personality, but that's just me, right? And also a new striping pattern, because their home and away looks are probably the second worst in the league. Well, actually maybe the worst in the league, actually. So, yeah, not a fan of their current look. Let's move on to the New York Rangers. Wait. Yes, the the Minnesota Wild. I'll just start there. This wasn't on my list, but it does need some updates. I recommend go back to their 2000s look rather than their third jersey look for a new rebrand. Just because I love their 2000s look. Their current look is kind of bland, kind of reminds me of the home jersey reminds me of the Canadiens and also the Panthers. So I would obviously change up the striping if they're not going to do that, but other than that, I really like this brand. I love the striping on the away jersey, just the home. That kind of bothers me, so yeah, next up, the New York Rangers. I think they could swap out the word mark from their primary home and away jerseys and replace it for the shield. And I would also have the striping effect that you have on the shoulder yoke of the away jersey, and also put that on the home jersey because it looks so good. The away jersey looks better than the home, in my opinion. I don't really like that wood mark across the chest, so yeah. Next up, the New York Islanders. For this, I would just say add some teal back into the branding, outline the logo in teal or something. But yeah, that's what I would do. Or go back to your 1995 look. I would also say trade the white striping for teal striping on the home jersey, and then on the away make like a thin blue stripe, a thin teal stripe in the middle perhaps. Next up, the Pittsburgh Penguins. They pretty much have their look nailed right now, but I would like to see the white striping on the home uniform and the black striping on the away, because change to blue, because I do not like that there's so much black on, so much white on the home jersey. You don't need that much white on the uniform. Same thing with the away. I feel like there's too much black on the white away sweater as well. So, jersey. So, yeah. Tampa Bay Lightning. This one I would obviously change. Go back to your second reverse retro. Create a white version for away games. And there you go. I think this would look way better than the current brand, because their current brand looks like the Maple Leafs. I don't want to draw that comparison every time I look at this team, so... And I wouldn't suspect the Maple Leafs to change anything anytime soon, although I would like their primary logo to change, just slightly on the uniforms. Toronto Maple Leafs, same thing I said in the Tampa Bay Lightning segment. I would love for them to change their primary home logo to blue, and just add a thick black outline along the leaf and also along the text. Just to make it, pop a little bit more against the blue. Since they are wearing blue at home, it bugs me that they each wear a convertible design. The Flames, it doesn't bother me as much, but for the Maple Leafs, it kind of does. And that's kind of a slight change that I would like to see in the next couple of years or so. Washington Capitals, I would just like to lean into blue as a primary color, because a lot of teams wear red, and yeah, the Capitals don't need to wear red. I think blue should become their primary color. Oh, and I also think the Blackhawks should have a black home jersey instead. Forgot to mention that in the Blackhawks segment of this video. So, yeah. And I would like for them to update their current look to make it seem less complicated. I would also really like waist stripes on the Capitals jerseys as well. It doesn't have to be the 1970s striping, but I want it to fit with the team, you know, so yeah. Let's go over the ones I missed. The Carolina Hurricanes, I really think they should bring back their Adidas jerseys, the ones that they had in the Adidas years before they kind of transitioned to the black storm flag home jersey, and also the white Stadium Series jersey. Just Carolina really needs an identity, and I feel like that would be a good identity for them. If you still want to keep the storm flag or the Stadium Series look, do it as a third jersey. That's really my opinion. Next up, the Detroit Red Wings. I would obviously do it to what they had, switch the crest up to kind of be a reverse version of what they have now. They used to have different crests for their home and away jerseys, but now they just use the same crest for everything. And I think that was decided like in the 1950s, I want to say, maybe even 1960s. But yeah, for me it's just too much white on the red home jersey. And same thing with the away. I feel like it's too much white, and the red should be incorporated a bit more. So, yeah. Same thing with the Kraken. I feel like they haven't really embraced the red aspect of their team brand. I know it's in the eye, and I know there's a thin stripe, but I want that thin stripe to just become a little bit thicker. That's all I'm asking for the Kraken right now. I think that does it. All of the NHL rebrands that I would make. Tell me what you think of these ideas in the comment section down below. If you like hockey branding content, be sure to like the video, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. And as always, thank you all so much for watching. Kapow!